is AINtv. I'm Charles Alcock. I'm sitting here with Orlando Neto. He's a vice president with the Embraer's commercial aviation department. Orlando, the regional airline sector has been so healthy for many years now, but we are facing, at least in some parts of the world, the prospect of an economic downturn. How vulnerable could regional aviation be to that?
Oh, actually, we've been sensing a lot of growth over the last few years, okay, and in the case of a downturn, the regional aviation has been used in the past as a way into recovery, okay. So vulnerable we all are, okay. However, we feel that regional aviation has been over the past decades less vulnerable to a certain extent, okay. Our prospect in this case is sitting in $18 billion backlog, okay. It's quite revealing of how we stand today.
Right. Now, some people would say that the airlines who are best positioned to beat an economic downturn are the new low-cost carriers. In terms of your existing product range, are you well positioned to serve these low-cost carriers?
Well, actually, we are in the beginning of this process. I just started, okay. Some low-cost carriers, they have realized that they can serve with their model secondary to secondary cities with lower density populations, okay. And the type of aircraft such as our 100-seater, 120-seater seem to suit them very well in terms of addressing this new market opportunity.
That's excellent. Now, we look at the top of your range at the moment, the new E190 and the 195. Those are big aircraft. They're not what I would call a traditional regional jet. You seem to be getting pretty close to Airbus and Boeing single-aisle territory. Does that matter? Is the line blurring a bit these days?
Well, the 171, the E-Jets family, it was meant to blur the line, okay. So it would be a natural growth on the regional world, and a right sizing, a downsizing from the higher capacity narrow body aircraft. So it was meant to blur the line, and that's exactly what is happening, okay. So airlines, they have the options of keeping with the traditional offer of higher capacity narrow body aircraft, or surf into the right sizing, high frequency game that we are proposing with the 190, 195 more specifically.
Now, today, Embraer's aircraft are offering genuine modern technology in terms of operating efficiency, environmental friendliness. But we all know that the goalposts on the environment are moving all the time. In 10 years' time, the demands are going to be that much tougher. What are you doing today to make sure that you've still got new technology in a decade from now?
We are, first of all, I think the aviation industry in general has proven to be very compliant with challenging requirements in terms of noise and emission. We're doing our part. Our planes, they're state-of-the-art, so first commercial aircraft of 21st century, and they burn, for example, 50% less fuel than traditional offers from previous decade, okay. And we keep path in terms of technology, researching, and I think that the most important of it is the focus. We have an entrepreneurial focus now, okay, on environmental issues and coping with the challenge that we have ahead of us, okay. So proper focus and good product, I think it would be a key solution into that matter.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, talking of focus, I understand that your colleagues back in Brazil are possibly dreaming of a new generation turboprop. In some respects, that's quite ironic. You started with turboprops, you've led the regional jet revolution. What would send you back to turboprops? Is that about the environment and economics?
Well, I would say that it's all about, if that's the case, okay, it's all about customer satisfaction and customer needs, okay. So we are known in the industry to have a sharp view and a sharp research way of being close to the customer and understanding their needs, so that we can provide the proper solution, being this a turboprop, a new jet, or whatever, okay. And we're embracing service as a way into the future also, so providing training, maintenance, repair, and overall. So that's the way we stand, okay. Looking after the customer, searching for new ways, and reacting accordingly, being very responsive to the market needs.
Excellent. Now, Orlando, you operate largely in the Asia-Pacific region. At face value, that's one of the most dynamic markets you could be in. What do you see happening in your territory in the next 5 years, maybe?
Well, actually, we had just reviewed and revised our market forecast for the region, enhancing it by naturally, okay, and the new perspective is up 20% from what we had previously. So it's a very dynamic environment, okay. Although we have been 30 years already in the region with our turboprop family, family, our Jets family, okay, it's a brilliant feature. So we've been growing strongly. We dedicated a full team to be in Asia Pacific, residing in Asia Pacific, a fully owned subsidiary in Asia Pacific, and that's for a reason. We do see that as a booming market, a very demanding market, a challenging market for us, okay, in which we are learning fast, of course, and we see a bright future ahead here.
Excellent. We've been with Orlando Neto. He's here in the Asia Pacific region, and he's going to be a very, very busy man in the next few years. For AINtv, I'm Charles Alcock.